Hello, it's James from AMS Neve here at Museekmag 2016, and we're showing a number of consoles, and this is the Genesys Black. So the Genesys Black is a multi-purpose console that can be used for everything really, tracking, mixing, music production, and I could just give you a quick rundown of the features of this console. So the one we're showing here today is an 8-channel console, so it has 8 microphone preamps. It has this particular one has 8 equalizers and 8 dynamics, and it also has the 16 DAW controller faders. So this console is interesting because it's an analog console but with digital control. So the reason for that is in a modern studio you have to change projects very quickly, and the customers are used to being able to change projects very quickly and without having to take a lot of notes and do long recalls. So you'll notice when you look at the channels, there's no controls for EQ and dynamics. This is all done digitally in software. So the big advantage, of course, is that, like I say, you can load sessions quickly, but also you can do things like copy and paste and link channels. Now in the box, in plug-in land, this is very common, but to be able to do that on an analog console is very useful and lets you really work in a modern way, but yet with the traditional sound. So you'll notice we have 3 methods of control: keyboard and mouse, because obviously if you spent a long time learning Pro Tools commands or Logic keystrokes, you need to have a keyboard near you. Also we have the DAW control faders, and faders still seem to be the best way to actually manipulate audio levels. Obviously we can also solo, cuts, change automation modes, etc. And then we have a touch screen, so there's certain functions on a touch screen. Selections and moving around is very quick to do just by touch. So with these methods of control, plus the traditional console controls, it means it's a very powerful console. It also has a good 5.1 implementation, so if you're doing multi-purpose work, so you may be doing some post-production and some music as well, the console can still adapt to handle that. Also, we have a new feature that's being released at the show this year, which is called active faders. So one problem when you're writing automation in the DAW is that the automation is pre-fader for the console. So if you're, say, doing some processing on the console, maybe you have a compressor, the sound will change if you write automation in the DAW. So now with active faders, the DAW automation can control the console faders. So it's a small change, but it's very important if you're used to writing a lot of automation in your mixes. Otherwise, we have all the normal console features. So we have 8 buses, 2 stereo mix buses, 4 effects returns, 2 headphone mixers. So it's a complete large format console squashed down to make a size that's useful for a modern studio, and yet very much designed around being connected around a DAW. So I hope that gives you just a small overview of the console and its features, and yeah, do contact us for more information.